Motherfucker, I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude, don't lie. I'm awesome. I'm driving around in my mom's ride. I'm awesome. A quarter of my life gone by, and I met all my friends.
Ryan Peters, known by his stage name Spose, is continuing to rise up the charts with the infectious hit, I'm Awesome. The song is a somewhat autobiographical look at a kid from Maine who has some rather uncool traits any kid in suburbia might have. Peters said that he's just like a lot of youth in America.
A big piece of who I am as an MC and as a person is rooted in I don't want to say being the everyman, because I feel like I'm a weirdo in a way. But it's also like I do sympathize with a lot of people. Like if you flip burgers, I flip burgers. Like if you were sweating balls, like wiping yourself with your apron, I did that too. You know, if you had to memorize 9 dressings and be like house Italian, French, ranch, blue cheese, creamy dill, Parmesan peppercorn, I did that too. You know, so it's like I think that. And also, I mean, there's a lot of downtime and waiting tables, so I actually wrote I'm Awesome for the most part sitting on a staircase at the back of a seafood restaurant, you know? So, yeah, I think it absolutely helped fuel who I was, and I wouldn't be who I am and where I am if I hadn't had those same experiences.
Spose isn't for everyone, as his lyrics can be candid and controversial, talking about zits on his back and swagger of a cripple.
And that's something I get pleasure out of. You know, we got a new record called We Hate Money where, you know, it's got this one line that says, I'd pay Kanye West to punch Justin Bieber. And it's not like the most lyrical line or anything, but we played it in Sacramento and Virginia Beach and these places I'd never been before. And it's like the whole place just goes nuts. And that's like the purest joy in the entire world as a rapper, as an MC, to be on stage, say 1 line or 2 lines, something you wrote, and to get that reaction. That's what it's all about. That's what you want, you know. So I think that, you know, that's a good point that you make, that I think I have maybe something I have over a lot of people is I have a really good hold on what is relevant and what no one cares about whatsoever. You know, and if you're going to use a reference, if you're going to reference someone, milk that reference to the maximum. Like, you know, in I'm Awesome, there's a bunch of examples of the same thing, you know.
Spose said that his success had come suddenly, as it was this past New Year's Eve where he held his New Year's show at a pizza place in his hometown of Maine.
As an independent musician, man, I used to do everything. Like I'd call to book the show, you know, ask for more money, make the poster for the show, print the poster for the show at Kinko's. You know, in this particular show, this past New Year's Eve, literally 4 months ago, loaded the sound into the venue in a snowstorm, played, you know, set up a chair barrier because there was like no stage. So to play the pizza place was atrocious. It was terrible. I had to beg the dude for the money for like 4 weeks, and like, and loading the sound up, my guitarist quit halfway through the show, turns to me and goes, never book me for another show ever again. And it was just like, what? So it was just like the most miserable experience ever. And now we're going to friggin' Virginia Beach and Sacramento, and people are screaming, you know, John Madden back at me. So life is good, man. It's a 181.
After peaking at number 33 on the CHR Top 40, Spose is now heading up the iTunes chart with I'm Awesome, coming in at number 38 with an up arrow.
Suit untailored ringtone. Furthermore, I'm cornier than ethanol, cheesier than provolone. I spent ages 8 to 10 living in a motorhome.